This is the VNR Volvo Optimus Prime. Is it any good? We're going to be taking a look at this figure and seeing just how much it differs from the Holiday Optimus Prime figure. I got this from a Canadian retailer called Toy Snowman. How they got it early, I don't know. Probably Canadian black magic or something. There will be a link in the description below. If you're lucky, you might be able to get one. Here's a quick look at the packaging. The top, the side, other side, and back. Now let's open it up. Here is our little guy, and he feels very solid in hand. You can see his face right underneath there.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
And you can see just how well and clean he looks on the underside. The truck mode itself looks really great. I'm really glad they released a classic red and blue version of this Optimus Prime. The red matte color for the truck looks amazing. You can see the tiny Volvo logo on the front, and this entire section with the grille is done really well. You can see a bit of the top of the truck details, some nice translucent windows. Here at the back you can see some details and the matrix of leadership. The rims and wheels on this guy are also done really well. All this at the top of the trailer looks really good. And here it is compared to the Holiday Optimus Prime. If you haven't seen this video yet, go check it out at the end of this review. And as you can see, they are exactly identical minus the colors. Everything else is exactly the same, and we will see more of that in the robot mode, so make sure to stick around for that.
How are you? Fine, thank you.
Oh my god!
I wish I were a bird.
Obviously, this one is Christmas themed and has green tinted windows, and this right here is green, while these windows are a clear plastic, while this is tinted black. Both have the Volvo logo on the back as well, except this one... Why did I expect this to stand when I placed it like this? But as I was saying, this one has extra paint applications on the back, while the Holiday Optimus does not. Also, these lights on the front are yellow, while there's silver over here. And another tiny detail that I noticed is that the keyhole and the underneath of the door handle is white on here, while this one it's all just red. Also, the shades of red on both of these are very different. Which truck would you want to be isekai'd with? Leave a comment down below. Please, it's very important that I know. Here are the two in vehicle mode side by side. Here's a look at the trailer. It's the same as the Earthrise one. Really glad I have this in accurate colors now, because I don't have the Earthrise Optimus. This one has white in it, and the blue stripes are a different color. A good amount of detail underneath. The back looks really nice as well, although I don't know why they decided to make it black instead of gray. You can open this up also, revealing a lot of detail on the inside, and these are two different shades of gray. The auto launcher is entirely black, with the arms being gray. I think a lot of the details do get lost in the black color, but it does still look really good. The arms have a lot of great detail going on to them. He's got a few hinge joints to him, and these arms are on ball joints, and just like Holiday Optimus Prime, you can use the trailer as a repair station. Whoops, wrong figure. You can use the trailer as a repair station. There's a stand underneath to help prop this up. Now, compared to the Holiday Optimus Prime trailer, they are exactly the same. Just once again, different color schemes. This is primarily one color with red, and it's made to look like there's snow on the top, or semen. Once again, the inside is the same, just all white, and I've already done a review on this guy, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Alright, now for the transformation, let's bring the smokestacks out to the side. Just like that. Now we need to bring out this side piece, same with this one, just bring it all the way out, so that way we can then bring it up, bring this one up also. Now we can take this piece out, which honestly we probably should have done that first, but it doesn't really matter, nothing in this world matters. So time to get isekai'd. Bring these pieces up, take the front section and then just split it in half. Turn the figure over, take these pieces and bring them out to the side. Now we take the grill section and bring it out into the side as well. Same over here with this one, just bring it out to the side. Now we can unfold this, same with this leg, bring it all out. Now we bring the foot out, unfold it, make sure that toe is out. That can be a bit tricky to do. Once again, take this foot out, unfold it, take the heel out. Now we can fold this piece and bring it up here, and it needs to go under this piece. Go ahead and do the same for this one, just get it all the way up in there. Bend the knee and rotate the grill pieces so that they can come forward. Same over here. Go ahead and do that. I definitely think the legs are the most complicated part. Now we can bring out the arms, and that does expose some more detail inside the figure. Rotate these arms to where they're facing forward, just like that. Bring the rest of this down in that manner, and then fold it up like that. This section needs to come down here. Rotate the head around, fold in these pieces, and make sure they're in place. And now what we can do is make sure this chest piece is tabbed into there. So go ahead and do that. Now we can open the arms to bring out the hands. Same with this one. Open it up, bring out the hand, and close the arm. And make sure this back section just kind of tabs into place like that. Bring up that crotch piece, and make sure it tabs into place. The smokestack might have moved while transforming, so just make sure it's back out to the side. And this is the robot mode for VNR Optimus Prime. And I think this is a very sexy figure. Here he is standing with Holiday Optimus Prime, Jazz, Bumblebee, a Bible accurate angel, and Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. He does have a lot of ports on him, 2 up on the shoulders, some underneath the feet. He has these 2 on the arms, and then these ones on the legs. And then lastly, this one for weapon storage. And what am I going to do with all these slots, you ask? Right away, you'll notice that these pieces are all a glossy red, while over here it's a matte red. Kind of a weird choice, but whatever. And speaking of the legs, the same issue I have with Holiday Optimus I do with this figure is that I feel like the bottom of the legs are just way too bulky. But the rest of the figure is really good. Now look at the head sculpt, one of the best Optimus Prime head sculpts I've seen. There is no light piping on the back of this figure, unfortunately,
but he does have some killer sexy blue eyes to make up for that.
And I think I prefer that over light piping. The silvers on here are also really nice, and the rest of the mold of the head is just done really well. You have a nice looking chest up here with the yellow lights and that front grille piece. Open this up to get to the matrix, and the housing for the matrix looks really good. It's a bit hard to tell because it's a clear plastic, and I'll show the matrix off in a second. Over to the shoulders, looking nice and blocky. What does bother me is that this Autobot insignia is obscured, and like that really does bother me for some reason, and I'm sure it's gonna bother a lot of other people out there too. Now, rest of the arms looking really good. You got some nice panel work going on with the classic Optimus Prime shapes in the yellow, some very nice blue hands with a good mold to them. Down over here, the classic looking Optimus crotch section. You'll know an Optimus Prime crotch piece when you see one.
Hey Optimus, nice cock.
A small nitpick I have is that it would be nice to see some yellow in there.
Further down to the legs, where once again I feel like is the weakest part of the figure, but it does look pretty good on here, along with that color scheme. Some nice blues at the front with these being red, and you do get some very nice detail with the truck split in half. I think that's very cool. You got a nice silver up here, some tiny bits of detail underneath the truck,
and the rest of the legs I've come to accept being bulky at this point. Now a closer look at the matrix.
The silver, gold, and the light blue is done super well.
Here's a look at the back, nothing special going on.
He still unfortunately cannot hold the matrix, however, because the hands are just a closed fist.
Here's the blaster for the figure. It folds up so you can just unfold it like that.
This looks really good and it's got a lot of nice detail to it. Once again, just the Earthrise blaster, and here it is next to the Candy Cane blaster of Holiday Optimus.
We're still going to do the comparison, so stick around, but first we're going to get into articulation.
The head can move up and down. You can spin him a full 360. These arms can move out to the side. You get a bicep rotation, 360 arm rotation, 90-degree elbow bend, a full hand rotation. Legs can move forward out to the side like that, and you can bring them back. Leg rotation, knee bend, and it does kind of tease you with the double hinge over here, but that's just for the transformation. No foot rotation, but there is a pivot inwards. This is on a hinge joint, and so is the heel.
Oh, and I forgot waist rotation. Now, I don't think I mentioned this, but oops, wrong figure.
Now, I don't think I mentioned this in my Holiday Optimus Prime review, but there is weapon storage at the back of the figure, just like that.
Alright, now we can finally compare the two figures.
So once again, pretty much the exact same figure, except for the colors. I do much prefer the colors on this figure. It's just a classic Optimus Prime, and the blues on here are much better in my opinion. Looking side by side at the heads, I think the colors on the VNR Optimus really make it stand out a lot more than the Holiday Prime Optimus. This one has light piping at the back. The Holiday Optimus has that green tinted window with a white line going through the chest piece. The Autobot logo is much smaller on here and not obscured by that pin, so I'm curious as to why they didn't do that with this figure. Rest of the figure, this section's white on here. The crotch piece on this Optimus Prime has a giant C on it, which is kind of funny.
We all know what the C stands for. Ah, candy. Wait, what were you thinking? You disgust me.
And here's a closer look at those legs, and then a side view of the legs. A closer look at the chambers, and you can see the colors on both matrices are very different. While I do really like this figure, I much prefer this one because it is the classic colors. But don't get me wrong, both figures are amazing. Now, if you enjoyed this video, check out this other video over here, and make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe.